Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. I am your host, your ghost host, Wes Troop, and I'm back this week with another trending topic show where we're going to talk about all the latest news hidden in the Disney parks. And ladies and gentlemen, there was some big news this week for the Disneyland Resort. So we are going to start there, and then we're going to hop over to good old Walt Disney World and see all the news. But some big, controversial changes coming to Disney's California Adventure. I'm going to tell you all about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this thing. Over the past few months, rumors have been going around that a Guardians of the Galaxy attraction could replace the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Disney's California Adventure at the Disneyland Resort. Florida visitors, you don't have to panic, at least yet. Well, over the weekend at the San Diego Comic-Con, the rumor became a confirmation. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout will indeed be headed over to Disney's California Adventure Park. Now here's what we know so far. The Tower of Terror will be transformed into the Fortress of the Collector. Inside, he's displaying the latest additions to his collections, the Guardians of the Galaxy themselves, who are trapped in customized display cases and suspended over an abyss. The Collector doesn't know, however, that Rocket Raccoon has escaped and is enlisting the help of riders, the Collector's VIP guests. Now that sounds cool. Riders will board the gantry lift, launching them into the entertaining adventure to help Rocket break out the other Guardians. Now the drops will still be there, and the new ride will enhance the free fall sensation with all new visual and audio effects to create a variety of ride experiences. Guests will experience multiple random, unique ride profiles in which the rise and fall of the gantry lift will rock to the beat of music inspired by the film's awesome soundtrack. The new attraction will anchor a broader universe of superheroes that will grow over time at Disney's California Adventure Park. Their version of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is scheduled to close in early 2017, and Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout is scheduled to open in the summer of 2017. So, as you can imagine, this has been quite the controversial talking about this online and whatnot on all the Disney websites. I'm a little mixed on it, I guess. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy film. I'm excited for the new film that's coming next May. And, but at the same time, I love the Tower of Terror. Now, I'm a person that visits both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So if the Guardians of the Galaxy ride would be, really super awesome, at least as of now, I can visit the other Walt Disney World and get on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. So, as a person that can go to both parks, it would be alright. But if they replace both, then, well, I don't know how happy I'd be. The rumors are that the rights to use the Twilight Zone name were running out, and they just have to keep it as a generic hotel or redesign it into something different. If this was true, either way, it would have to be different. So I don't really know what's going on with the rights with everything. If it's just California that can't use it because there's Twilight Zone Tower of Terrors around the world. So will they all have to change? I'm not really sure at this point. But if they have to change it no matter what, because of legal situations or whatnot, then, then they got to do what they got to do. So then, then that's all right. But if they just change it just to do it, then it's literally I don't know. It's a shame that this version has to go, but I, along with many, find the Orlando version at Disney's Hollywood Studios a better version of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. And you guys know I like a lot of Disneyland rides, the versions more, but the version of Tower of Terror at Walt Disney World is a better version in my opinion. Hopefully the Disney Hollywood Studios won't be affected, as it is one of my top 5 rides, and from what I get, they're doing something with Guardians of the Galaxy over at Epcot. I don't really talk a whole lot of rumors but on here because they end up wrong a lot of the time. But supposedly the Universe of Energy may be turning into a Guardians of the Galaxy attraction. I would have rather it went to Mission Space and took over that because I really don't care for Mission Space. But yeah, hopefully that Disney's Hollywood Studios version won't be affected. I'm sorry for the Disneyland only peeps, the people that are only out in Disneyland who enjoy the Tower of Terror, because I know, yeah, you know, kind of sucks. As a big Marvel fan, I'm looking forward to seeing what other experiences will be coming to the park. You know, the ride sounds like an interesting concept. I like the idea of helping Rocket break out the other Guardians and walking through the queue seeing the collector's exhibits. The Rockin' soundtrack will also give quite a different experience to the drop portion of the ride. I'll be interested to see what this looks like when completed and experience it in person. It's a shame we have to lose the California Tower of Terror, and this could very well be a misstep, but I'm not going to write it off yet until I see it. I love Guardians of the Galaxy movie, so I might love this. As of now, it's just going to be a wait and see for me. I know many people have many opinions on this, but yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with it. Now we're going to jump over to Walt Disney World, to Disney's Hollywood Studios, since we've been talking about it so much, where the Voyage of the Little Mermaid at Disney's Hollywood Studios will be closing for a short refurbishment just this week, from July 24th and lasting until July 27th. Just a couple days. In fact, it'll be over probably in a day by the time this video gets up. The two shops on either side of the theater venue, known as the Studio Store and In Character, will also be closed during the brief refurbishment period. So it's a blink and a miss refurbishment. I'm not sure really if they have to fix something or whatever, but anyway, before you know it, it'll be open again and this news will be irrelevant. But speaking of closures, Dinosaur is closing for a massive refurbishment later this week, beginning on July 25th. The refurbishment was originally announced as ending in September, but Disney has extended the length of the closure and is now saying the attraction will once again open later this fall. The work going on with the attraction is unknown, but it could be pretty extensive, seeing they've extended the dates. I love the Dinosaur ride. It's a shame if you are vacationing from July to whenever, sometime in the fall, you won't get to experience at the Animal Kingdom, because it is a great ride. But I guess we'll see what the new refurbishment brings, if anything. Hopefully it'll bring something cool, or at least noticeable, if it's going to be down that long. But once again, we shall see. Now we're going to park hop all the way back over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, where there's been a few character shuffles going down this past week, as Chip and Dale, Goofy, Daisy, and Donald are now meeting in new locations. The characters were previously found in the center stage area of the park. The characters are now spread out in different areas. Daisy and Donald can be found at the front of the park and are meeting guests near the front of the Sid Cahuga merchandise memorabilia shop. Kohenga. Yeah, sorry. While Goofy and Chip and Dale are now on Commissary Lane near the Mickey and Minnie and Red Carpet Dreams meet and greet. So if you're looking for characters, there you go. That's where you can find them. And now, pretty much all around Walt Disney World this concerns, earlier this week a new feature was added to the My Disney Experience app that Google Map users will most likely be familiar with, known as step-by-step navigation. Guests who want to use the feature can now select an attraction, restaurant, shop, or landmark from the in-app map, and then select Get Directions to get detailed directions for their location obtained via a GPS, or from another selected spot in the resort. Once the to and from are selected on the app, It will display detailed travel directions that will show exactly how far you are traveling and how long it is estimated that your route may take. For guests traveling outside a theme park, the map will display various transportation options, including walking, buses, monorail, and boats. All right, this sounds pretty cool. This is, I think, to use in the park, it'll be good for first-time guests. This could really kill your mobile phone battery really fast. I know how precious your battery is while you're in the parks, because mine went dead very fast at Disneyland one day, and I had to keep walking back and forth to the Peter Pan clock, the Peter Pan flights attraction, to keep checking what time it was. So I used that battery I used the phone very sparse at the parks, but it might be all right if you get lost easy, or if I only have 10 minutes to make it to a certain attraction. How long will it take me to get here to here? It seems all right. I would use it more for going outside of the park. Like, how long will it take me to get to Hollywood Studios from this hotel or something like that? I probably really wouldn't use it, because I'm very familiar with everything in Walt Disney World. But for those who aren't, it would probably be a good tool. So if you're a first-time guest or you want to just check it out, it's worth looking into. And now we're going to head over to Disney's Boardwalk Resort, where the newest bar, the AbracadaBar, is now open. Cocktails at this establishment are typically between $10 and $15. Damn! And many have a magical component that involves some interesting presentation. Yeah, it's called Watch Your Money Disappear. Much like other Disney bars around the resort, eagle-eyed fans can look for some interesting references to SEA, Disney animated films, and other attractions. Guests who visit the bar should also look around every hour at the 13-minute mark for a very cool effect that recalls the night the magicians who used to frequent the bar went missing. Sounds like the Tower of Terror. So if you're looking to get your drink on, then check out the AbracadaBar, and if you don't mind paying 10 to 15 a pop, then yeah, there you go. Over at Disney's Boardwalk. Alright, well, that's the show. I'll be back with another trending topic show next week, as well as another Hitchhiking Host Show 101 this week, where we're going to talk about the certain history of a Disney attraction. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/HitchHostShow. You can like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/HitchHostShow. Follow on the Twitter @HitchHostShow. And if you want to listen to the show, or you are listening to the show, you can do so on Podbean. It's hitchhostshow.podbean.com, and you can search for it also on iTunes and Stitcher. Just search for West Troop or the Hitchhiking Host Show. Until next time, don't forget to
hurry back for the next episode. See ya.